Hey everybody, it's Campfire Trish. I'm bringing to you a throwback video from warmer days in the fall. Hey everybody, it's Campfire Trish, and I'm not in my backyard. We are camping. You saw, woo, now to see something squeeze in the background. And we're having a grand time trying to squeeze as much as we can out of the end of the season. But we're enjoying ourselves. We're at our favorite state park again, James River State Park, and we're having a ball. So today, this trip, I made a grievous what's the word I'm looking for? Mistake. Oversight. And I left my Dutch oven at home. So we've had to improvise. And it involved taking a quick trip to Walmart. And they didn't have any Dutch ovens that actually can be used on the fire. So it was time to buy a crock pot for the camper. We've had one in the past, but it was tiny, it overheated, it worried me. It was like a bazillion years old. So we bought a new crock pot, and that's what we're using this trip. For today's recipe for dinner tonight, I'm going to be cooking crock pot chili. And because we're using the crock pot, we gotta start the process earlier in the day. So that's what I'm gonna do. Here we go. All right, so the first step is I'm going to actually go ahead and cook up the meat. Main squeeze is going to help me get everything else ready in the crock pot. But I'm starting off with the turkey sausage with the taco seasoning on it. Since I have been diagnosed with alpha-gal, that means I can't have beef. So turkey is our substitute. And actually, we found it quite enjoyable lately. This obviously is going to make a big old pot of chili. So while main squeeze does the meat, I'm going to go ahead and start pouring, which we've just realized we forgot the can opener again. Or did you bring it up? No. So I've already got the beans in it. I'm going to add some tomato sauce. Another can. I did black beans, and now we're going to do kidney beans. Surprisingly, the campground's pretty full. Well, actually, I guess not surprisingly. A lot of people go camping in the fall, or when it's starting to get cool. And we just bought, well, that's true. Currently, right now, when I'm filming this, the coronavirus is still very much out there. And so yeah, there's not a lot of activities you can safely do. Now, the reason why we choose this campground is because the campsites are very well spaced out, and it's easy to social distance here, where some of our other favorite campgrounds, it's a little bit more difficult to do. And I know lots of people have their own opinions about the coronavirus, but knowing what I know, being in the medical field, I'm taking it very seriously still. And with main squeeze having a lung injury a few years back, we take the recommendations quite seriously. So,
we might be overly cautious, but better safe than sorry.
Yeah, that's how we feel about it. We know people who are being very, very cautious that actually have gotten the coronavirus. So, it's hard. I think they're still learning all kinds of new stuff about it. Let me run in and get that can opener. And, yep, we'll get the tomatoes. Oops, as I try not to kill myself. We'll get the. All right, finally found the can opener. It took a little longer than I expected. Let me get throw this in here real quick. So surprisingly, we have 6 people with us today. And again,
we have 6 total.
Well, 6 total, right. And we're gonna have at least 4 of them eating chili, which is awesome. That's pretty good. It's nice to...
Depends on your opinion. It's awesome if you don't want leftovers.
Well, true, but we like leftovers, so...
It's only half awesome.
We're definitely going to have some leftovers for this trip, so we'll be eating fine once we get back home. All right. While Main Squeeze, oops, we might get some leaves in our food.
Natural spices.
That's right. That's right. So while Main Squeeze is finishing up the,
Here we're doing this.
I don't know, finishing up the meat part, cooking that, I'm hoping you can see, just want to pop in on my shirt real quick. So this is my James River State Park shirt. And I think I've hinted at this story before, but I've never actually told it. The purpose or the meaning behind this particular shirt. Gosh, I guess it was how many years ago now?
A while ago, 3 or 4 years maybe longer.
I think longer. Little one's 6, and she was still little, so it was either 4 or 5 years ago. We had been camping here at James River. I'll stand over here with Main Squeeze. We had been camping over here at James River, and I'll maybe show you the site we were sitting at. And it was about, let's see, little one was asleep in the camper, and Main Squeeze had our 2 oldest ones at the river, and they were trying to do some night catfishing. And it was about 9:15 at night, and I was sitting out front, excuse my mess, but pretty much like right in this general area right here, sitting there reading a book to our little light there. Actually, it was more like right here, I think. And I had just decided maybe I should move a little bit more underneath the light, because it was getting pretty dark. And so I just moved a little bit more underneath the light, and I was just texting Main Squeeze, saying, whatever. We were just kind of texting back and forth. I was checking in, seeing how the fishing was going. And was I still on the phone with you, Main Squeeze? Do you remember? He doesn't remember. I wish I still had the text. As I was sitting here I would be sitting, I was reading my book, and I hear something to the right of me, and I look over, and there's a bear right there. And if I had the thought, I could have literally reached over and touched its head. I could have
Lost a hand.
What? Well, maybe.
Lost a hand.
But as soon as I saw it and it saw me, I was like froze. I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? And it kind of like jerked and went around me. And at that time, I was texting Main Squeeze like, oh my God, there's a bear in the campsite. And he's like, get inside. And I'm like, no, I'm staying put. Because I was like, I'm not moving, it's not bothering me. But it saw me, went around, and actually we had our trash. At that point in time, Main Squeeze had forgotten to take it. He forgot to take it to the dumpster when he left. It was hanging on the little lantern hook, and I'll show you that in just a minute what that looks like. It was hanging there, and literally it just went around me, grabbed the trash, and took off through the woods. So it was really exciting. Looking back, I wish I had taken a picture. I had my phone, but it was so shocking and so surprising that I didn't even think about it. I thought, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do? But it was cool. It was, I would do it again. Like, I think it's a pretty nifty thing. I know that there was a bear in the area because, actually, I guess we learned about it afterwards when I went and told the neighbors, like, hey, you just so you know, there's a bear just in my campsite. And they're like, oh yeah, we heard about it. It's other people's campsites during the week. But kind of a cool little thing. That's the neat thing about this campground is there is a there is a potential for seeing bears. I've never seen one taking a walk, but seen one in my campsite. Thanks, Main Squeeze. The kids asked, Mom, why do you keep on calling Dad Main Squeeze?
Because she has other squeezes. I'm just the main one.
My other squeezes are my little ones, my kiddos. I don't have any other main squeezes, or other squeezes besides my children. She was very concerned, like, why do you keep on calling Dad? Like, why didn't you call him Honey or something else? I'm like, I don't know. I just called him Main Squeeze one time, and it just seemed to always be that way. All right, so essentially that is cooked, and I'm gonna just put the top on, and
looks ready already.
I know it does look ready already. And I'm gonna put this on, I don't know, I think I'm gonna start off on high. What do you think? Should I do low or high, Main Squeeze?
Just low.
Let's see, it's a little...
Do low.
Yeah.
I mean, everything's already cooked.
Everything is already cooked.
Well, as soon as everything else comes up, the meat's gonna heat up that other stuff really quickly.
That's true.
And we're not eating for another...
Gosh, 6 hours, 5 hours.
No, 6 hours.
6 hours. All right.
Is there an off on that?
It will eventually just clear.
Like
Actually, I cleared it. But anyway, so yeah, we're gonna let this do its thing. I know we're planning on taking a hike to see, and we'll take you too, to see something special that my oldest daughter did with her best friend, who's also here on this camping trip. So we'll tune into that in just a few minutes. So here it is. We've walked up close to the Ty River lookout, and right there up in that tree is what my oldest daughter and her best friend worked on to earn their Girl Scout Bronze Award. That there is one out of 5, I believe, flying squirrel houses. So cool. It's been up now for a year and a half. Wonder if there's anything in it. All right, so after a awesome 3.5 mile walk, we are all starving. So it's time to eat some dinner. And you can hear maybe some fun activity in the background. Not my household. But it's time to eat some chili. Look at this, a bowl of chili. Look at that. Now, what do you all like in your chili? I prefer some sour cream. I do a little bit of a dollop of daisy, right? And some shredded cheese. Whoops. Main Squeeze is trying to break some toys, so a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And for my dipper, good golly, he stepped on the same thing now twice. For my dipper, I like Fritos, although I do like cornbread with my chili as well, but we don't have that. Ella. The dog is very anxious with all the extra people and noises and life in general. That's just how she is when we're camping. But here is my big old bite. Somehow, whoo, I got a little tiny spoon. Ooh, that's good. Look at this. Cheesy, yummy goodness. Ah. Delicious. Let me scoop it. This is my favorite thing. Have you guys ever done like Frito pie? I love Fritos. It's probably one of my favorite chips by far. Awesome. Well, I'm gonna get the rest of the masses out here. I'm gonna find some mosquito candles and get to eating. Hope you guys have a great day, and until next time, bye.